the one thing I was really curious about, and from Justin Fields' point of view, like the DJ Moore, the 2 targets, 2 receptions, they happen on back-to-back plays in that second quarter, and then you don't see anything else from him. And Justin Fields said basically that Moore's not going to get 100 yards every game. That's not going to happen, no doubt. But he will get more touches for sure. And you guys were kind of talking about Justin Fields' pass chart and the emphasis of wanting to attack more the horizontal game. Justin Fields was asked about those screen passes, and he said if they were better blocking, those could have led to big plays. Didn't do our best at blocking the perimeter. And so this goes back to how, we saw the inactives. Equinemius St. Brown was one of the inactives there. He's one of the better blocking wide receivers, you guys. So it's interesting that they're trying to attack the perimeter and doing so with blocking with their wide receivers. And one of your better blocking wide receivers is not active for game day. It's incredible how you don't have him there, and it doesn't result to what you want to have on the football field. But they kept going back to those plays over and over again, and I talked to Tyler Scott to tie this all together. I asked him it seemed like from the outside looking in that there was more of an emphasis to attack the perimeter or to attack the boundary. And I asked him why was that? And he just said, Tyler Scott now, when I spoke to him in the locker room, just said the flow of the game. Jair may have traveled with DJ Moore a little bit as he did in this game, so that kind of influenced thing. But it wasn't planned. It was just the flow of the game. So, guys, I don't know if that really is what the answer that Bears fans want to know, exactly why, that was such an emphasis in this game plan by Luke Getsy. But that's all I can get out of, just Tyler Scott and hearing from Justin Fields kind of talk about why, it was such an emphasis, again, to attack the perimeter, the boundaries for the Bears offense here.
And Nick, I know – no, let's hang on a second. I don't want to hear that. And you're just reporting what they're saying. I get it. But let me turn into Obi for a second, where I'm mad at you for telling us. No. Okay. If you're going to have a bad game from a wide receiver because of a corner shutting him down, it should look like the stat line should be more like 10 targets, 4 catches, 40 yards, right? It shouldn't be 2 targets. What was the game? Was this last year? Jalen Johnson, A.J. Brown. Jalen Johnson had a good game against A.J. Brown last year, but A.J. Brown still found a way to have success and get the big play. That's what number 1 wide receivers are in this league, okay? And you still find a way to force them the football in the right moments and get production out of it. And even when at the end of the day it doesn't look good, like you say, oh man, Devontae Adams just had a bad day, it's still 11, 12 targets and maybe 4 catches. It's not 2 targets. That's just giving up on the guy you traded the number 1 pick for. It's a bad game plan.
It's a terrible game plan. And what really was, I guess, disheartening was after DJ Moore's second reception that picked up a first down and set the Bears up in the red zone, he was out, you guys, for first down, the first and goal and second and goal, and didn't get back onto the field until third and goal. It's what are you doing? Not having your best wide receiver in the most crucial part of the football field. It's blasphemy, you guys. It's a really interesting game. Really interesting from Luke Getsy's perspective of how to attack this Green Bay defense. I was also just going back to Fields and what he talked about. I asked him the one play that we all probably wanted to see more of were the downfield throw to the touchdown to Darnell Mooney. And I asked Fields, what did you see? It looked like pre-snap and I asked him, it looked like pre-snap he changed something. And he said, I thought I saw cover 0. I checked the protection, got us in a better protection, and boom, Justin Fields delivers a ball to Darnell Mooney. It's a touchdown. And look, that play shows me that he has an understanding of what the Packers are bringing, checks the protection, puts them in a better one, throws the ball. It's a touchdown. But Justin Fields didn't get the opportunity, I think, from his offensive coordinator to show more of that because so much was thrown on the boundaries. But, I wish we would have seen more downfield throws like Mark. You said, I want to see that next game. And I think on the pregame show, I wanted to see 27 attempts. he got more than that, but obviously it wasn't the result that we all wanted to see.
So Nick, when you're talking about that play and then placing blame on Luke Getsy in some ways, that's what we're trying to understand here on this post-game show, talking about the chicken or the egg. They threw so many screen passes, but is that because of ineptitude of play calling or because they don't trust Justin Fields to throw 30 times and read the field like that, like you just mentioned, how he saw that it was cover zero and do that consistently?
It's a good question, Greg. I think they really liked the idea of their wide receivers or whoever blocking for their pass catcher on the boundary and making a play that way. And that's why you kept seeing it over and over again. But it obviously wasn't working. There was no really good adjustment. And then it's, ironically on the first drive of the second half for the Green Bay Packers, they have that amazing executed screen pass to Aaron Jones where Jordan Love's going one way, throws it back across the field, and you get a big chunk play, and that's how a screenplay should be executed. But I think there's a little bit of everything going on in this Week 1 loss. Like, do they not trust Justin Fields? Justin Fields showed an understanding of how to check the protection, but all in all, it was just an overall terrible game plan if you wanted to try to actually attack this Packers defense.
Just for the record, DJ Moore in 2021, 2020, and 2019, in the entire season, in each of them, he had one game under 25 yards. One a year, 21, 20, 19. Last year it happened 6 times, but that was with Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and P.J. Walker. So let's give him a pass. That I'm not saying Fields saying he's not going to always have 100 yards, but I think it's just worth noting that, hey, look, when he had even mediocre quarterback play, it happened once per season in 21, 20, and 19.